Joe Suusi. Close enough. All right. We're set here today in this matter for...
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. No deals, no handshakes, just a full-on court trial. When both parties show up live and on video, you know this isn't your average legal spat. This one's going the distance, and we're here for all of it.
A contested court trial. The parties were present in the court by video and in person on January 9th, 2025. The court did require the parties to speak to each other to see if they can negotiate and resolve the matter. The court has been informed that an agreement has not been reached. Therefore, we will continue with the case here today. All right, then Mr. Lundeen, we have Barry Lundeen appearing in person with his counsel or with his client, Northern ATMs LLC. Who is appearing with you and seated next to you, Mr. Lundeen?
Clint Hetchler, Hetchler.
And who is Mr. Hetchler?
He's the sole member of the LLC.
Sole member of LLC. Thank you. And we have...
Now here's a twist. Joe Suusi is showing up without an attorney. That's a risky move. Representing yourself in court. It's like stepping into a chess match without knowing the rules. Will he pull a miracle or crash and burn?
Have Joe, and how do you say your last name?
Suusi.
Suusi?
Yes.
Suusi appearing in person without counsel. We're set today again for this contested court trial. Mr. Lundeen, you have filed the complaint. This is your matter. I am going to ask, at least at this time, that both Mr. Hetchler and Mr. Suusi.
And just like that, it's official. The oath is in, and every single word from this point forward can be used to win or lose this case. Forget what you've seen on TV. This is real deal courtroom drama, and the stakes are climbing fast.
Please stand and rise and raise your right hands and be sworn in.
Do you affirm that the testimony you're about to provide in this matter shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right. Lundeen, may begin.
I would call Mr. Hetchler, Your Honor.
Mr. Hetchler, please come forward, have a seat at the witness stand. Thank you.
State your full name, please.
Clinton E. Hetchler,
Mr. Hetchler, where do you reside?
Hudson, Wisconsin.
Okay, and are you the sole member of the plaintiff, Northern ATMs LLC?
Yes, I am.
What's the business of Northern ATMs LLC?
Placing ATMs in premises and various business.
So Northern ATMs isn't some tiny side hustle. This guy's running over 100 ATMs in bars, gas stations, you name it. We're talking about a serious business operation. That means serious money, serious contracts, and serious consequences if something goes wrong.
Businesses and providing cash for their needs.
Are those ATMs that Northern ATMs LLC owns?
Yes,
And how many ATMs do you have out there placed?
over 100.
Are these generally in bars, restaurants, gas stations, etc.?
Yes, they are.
Did you have an ATM that was placed at What the Heck Bar?
Yes, I did.
And where was that located?
Spooner, Wisconsin.
Okay, and do
Excuse me, sorry.
you see Mr. Suusi here today?
I do, yes.
See the owner of What the Heck Bar?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to show you some exhibits. May I approach on it?
You may.
First exhibit is number 1. Mr. Hetchler, what is that?
That is the placement agreement that is signed by each establishment.
What's the date on that placement agreement?
2nd of January of 24.
And if you flip to the second page, who signed the placement agreement on behalf of What the Heck Bar?
Joseph Suusi, I think.
Okay.
Ladies and gents, meet Exhibit A, the placement agreement. Signed, sealed, and delivered. And in civil court, a signed contract is practically gold. This document could make or break this entire case.
And did you also sign the agreement on behalf of Northern ATMs LLC?
Yes, I did.
And was this agreement signed on the date that you placed the ATM?
The ATM had been placed there. It was signed the date that Joe and I met to sign the ATM, and he bought the ATM bought the the establishment from somebody else.
Okay, and did you give him the ATM placement agreement in advance so that he could read it?
I gave it to him the day that we met.
Okay, and did he read through it?
He took it into his office and made a copy of it, and so my guess is that he read through it, yes.
Okay, and he made a copy of it, signed it, and gave it back to you?
Yes, he did.
Was the ATM at the What the Heck bar all the way up until July 28th of 2024 when there was a fire at the premises?
Yes, it was.
Okay, and at any point between January 2 of 2024, when this agreement was signed, and July 28th of 2024, did Mr. Suusi at any time attempt to cancel?
Oh, no emails, no texts, no hint that Joe tried to cancel this contract. That means it stayed in full force, legally binding, right up until the fire. And when it comes to damages, that's a massive detail.
Cancel this contract.
No, he did not.
Was the ATM placement agreement in full force and effect on July 28, 2024?
Yes, it was.
I'd like you to flip to the second page of that contract. And at paragraph 14, does it require the business owner to maintain insurance?
Yes, it does.
Specifically in the second sentence of that paragraph, does it require the business owner to maintain casualty insurance for the replacement value of the ATM?
Yes, it does.
What is the replacement value of the ATM? Is it the cost of the machine and the cash?
Cost machine, cash, and the other items to protect the ATM.
How often do you fill the machines with cash?
It's on a as-needed basis, but typically 1 to 2 weeks, every ATM gets visited.
Did Mr. Suusi or anybody else on behalf of the What the Heck bar ever inform you that the machine was not insured?
No.
Okay. Was there a fire at the premises at July 28 of 2024?
Yes.
I ask you to flip to exhibit number 3. Is that a report that you downloaded off the internet indicating that there was an alarm for a fire at the What the Heck bar at 1:45 a.m. Sunday morning, July 28th of 2024?
Yes.
When did you learn about the fire?
I learned about it on the 28th.
The day of the fire?
Yeah.
How did you learn about it?
Somebody called me and told me that What the Heck had burnt.
Okay, and what did you do?
Smart move, Hirklin calls Joe after the fire. Sympathy first, strategy second. He checks in on Joe, then immediately reminds him, protect the ATM, that phone call. It's going to come back as critical evidence.
I called Joseph.
Mr. Suusi,
Yes,
did you talk to him?
I did talk to him.
And what did you tell him?
I asked him if the ATM, how he was, and that I was sorry that the bar burnt, and I asked to make sure that the ATM was protected and that it was placed when it was found in the garage that's on the premises still.
Okay. And did he indicate that he would do so?
Yes, he did.
Did you go up to visit the site at any point after that initial phone call with Mr. Suusi?
I went the next day to look at it, yes.
Would have been Monday, July 29 of 2024?
Yes, it was.
And when you went to the site, were you able to speak to Mr. Suusi on that date?
No, I was not.
Were you able to speak to anybody on behalf of What the Heck bar?
There was nobody there.
Okay. And what did you observe when you got to the site?
A pile of rubble.
Okay. Was there anybody there?
There was no one there.
Okay. And were you able to observe your ATM on that date?
No, I wasn't. It was in the rubble.
Did you follow up with Mr. Suusi at any time after that?
I did. I sent him an email I think it was email or text anyway, that he was supposed to secure the ATM when he cleaned up the rubble.
Okay. And when was it that you next spoke to Mr. Suusi?
I don't recall.
Okay. Did you speak to him again after that initial conversation on the day of the fire where you told him to protect the machine?
Yes, I did.
When?
I don't know the exact day.
Was it a few weeks later?
Yes, it was. Yep.
Did you make a return visit to the site after that initial visit that you made on July 29?
I did, yes, and there was nothing left out there.
Okay. When was that?
I don't remember the exact day of that.
Okay. Was it within a couple of weeks of the fire?
It was within 3 weeks, something like that, yes.
Did you speak to Mr. Suusi the next time you went to
I
the scene?
asked him where the ATM was, and he said it was piled up in the rubble and disposed of and whatever, and there was nothing there.
Wait a second, no cash left in the ATM? Someone allegedly used an excavator to rip it open. This just escalated from a property damage case to a potential theft under the cover of disaster. You can't make this stuff up.
There was no cash there.
Okay. And how did he know there was no cash there?
Said they opened up the ATM with an excavator.
Mr. Suusi told you that?
Yes. And so did the guy that was on the site with, all I can say is long hair. I don't know his name.
Okay. Do you see him in the courtroom
I
today?
do, yes. He's sitting in second seat from the left.
And what did he tell you?
He said there was nothing there. There's no money. They opened it up. There was nothing there.
Okay.
That they used an excavator or a bobcat, something to that effect.
Okay. I'm going to ask you to go back to exhibit number 2. And number 2 has a number of subparts. There is A through I.
Yes.
What are those?
This is a condition the ATM was returned to me in after I asked for it back, and they finally returned it to me. They left it sitting, left it on the site there, whatever, set it next to the bar. Or next to the garage that was left standing.
Who took these pictures?
I did.
Okay. And these pictures represent the condition that the ATM was in when you saw it.
This is how it was returned to me.
Okay, so if you take a look at exhibit 2A, what does that reveal?
That shows that there was no fire inside of the ATM cash box. There's no burn marks. It's clearly just an overheated metal box. There's no flame. There's also a missing lock in that picture.
Okay, so when you speak of a cash box, is that what we see in blue?
Yes,
Okay, that's the cash box.
that is what that's called a cassette, and that's what holds the cash tightly squeezed together.
So there's a front part to it, and then there's a divider, and then a back part. Where would the cash sit?
The front part is where the rejects go. The back part that's sliding into that area is where the actual cash sits.
When you viewed the machine and took these pictures, was there any evidence of...
Here's where things start to get suspicious. No fire damage inside the ATM, wires intact, plastic coating untouched. If the fire didn't destroy it, ... what did? This points to one conclusion. Someone opened it before the flames ever showed up.
a fire inside that cash box?
No.
Okay, the paint isn't even burned off the cash box.
Well, they're not painted, they're metal, but there's still wires showing. You can see the insulation on the wires.
Was there any remnants of paper within the cash box at all?
There was not.
Flip to exhibit B, please, under exhibit 2B, excuse me.
Yep.
What is that a picture of?
That's the mechanism that actually holds the door shut. And the mechanism shows in the up and unlocked position. So the lock is what holds that mechanism in place when it's locked, and that mechanism is up. So the door was clearly opened without it being damaged, because there's no way to actually push that up after the thing has been smashed and driven over like that.
Okay. And so looking at the left side of that picture, when you're speaking of a latch, is that depicted on the left side there?
Yeah, if you see the thing with hooks on it, that's what actually locks the door in place with the frame of the ATM. And if you look inside the hole on that metal plate that goes to the right from the top latch, that hole indicates that there's no lock inside of there anymore. The lock has been removed.
Okay. And the thing on the left, the latch with the hook on it.
They're not bent.
Okay. If that is pushed down, the machine is locked.
Yes,
So this lock is up.
yes, the lock is opened.
The latch is up and the lock is missing.
Yep,
Flip to exhibit 2C, please.
yep.
Does that show the wires inside the ATM?
Shows the wires, yes, and they're not burnt.
Is the plastic coating still on the wires?
Yes, it is.
Flip to exhibit 2D. Does that again show those wires?
It does. And it also shows that the bottom latch is not damaged. If you look at it, the hook on that is not damaged, but the door of the machine, or not the door, but the machine itself is damaged in a different fashion as what the door is damaged to.
Do any of these pictures show that there was any pry bars or excavation equipment or anything that was used to open this machine?
No, there's no damage on the side where they would go in with the pry bar to open it up, and the hooks would be bent out of shape.
Is it obvious to you, Mr. Hetchler, that this lock was drilled through or busted so that the machine was opened?
Yes,
Exhibit number 2E. Is that a better picture of the plastic wiring inside the machine showing that it's not burnt up?
again, you can see the wires and you can see the dog legs on those latches, and they're not bent.
Exhibit 2F, is that a better picture of the inside of the cash box?
Yes, it is. There's no burn marks in there. If there was paper money in there, there would be burn marks. There'd be residue from, residue and burn marks on the side of the cash drawer.
If you take a look at 2G, is that the hole in that metal plate that you spoke of earlier?
That shows that the lock is entirely missing. It's gone. And the housing that holds it, it's not damaged.
Exhibit 2H, we see a hole there to the top right side of that picture. What is that?
That's where the lock exists, and the hole is where the combination comes through, or the lock, whatever you call that, the mechanism that comes out from the lock, which is a metal pin, if you will, and then the combination goes on top of that, which that's metal also.
And is that completely missing?
It's totally missing.
Exhibit 2I, is that another picture of some other wires inside the machine that aren't burnt up?
That's wires that are still existing in the machine. And again, it shows the side part of the cabinet does not have pry marks on it. There'd be scratches, there'd be something that indicates where somebody had to pry on it heavily to access it.
After you saw the machine in August of 2024 and you took these pictures, what'd you do?
I called the police.
Okay. And what did you tell them?
I had them come out and take pictures of it too,
Why?
because I believe there was a theft here.
If you would please turn to exhibit number 4. Is that an email that you followed up with to Mr. Suusi on August 15 of 2024?
Yes,
And does that confirm that you told Mr. Suusi not to take the machine off site, but instead to retain it?
yes,
Is that the email that you spoke of, excuse me, that you spoke of earlier?
yes, it is.
I ask you to turn to exhibit number 5, please.
I'd like to state too that the guy with the long hair in the back is shaking his head at me too.
Well, I'm not noticing that, but please, if anyone makes any indication that you're trying to communicate with anyone at any time, I will excuse you from my courtroom.
Okay,
I was too busy paying attention to the exhibits and writing my notes, but if I catch it, I will.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Hetchler, take a look at exhibit number 5, please.
yes.
Describe to the court what exhibit number 5 is.
Number 5 shows the lock mechanism. It's clearly a metal lock. This isn't a working ATM. This is how that area is supposed to look. That lock is protected by a metal plate that guards it from behind. That keeps it from being pushed through. Supposed to keep it from being pushed through.
Okay. And in the pictures we looked at earlier, that lock mechanism was completely
It's
missing.
completely missing.
Exhibit 5B, describe for the court what that is, please.
This shows a working ATM with the lock mechanism in place. You can see it along the side. The dog legs are in the up position because the door is open. That's how the ATM looks from the inside when the door is open.
Okay. And referring back to the pictures in exhibit number 2, where you indicated that the lock mechanism was up, it's the same thing.
It's the same, yeah, it's the same picture.
Okay. So when you open an ATM machine, how do you open it?
I spin the combination, go to the right combinations, lift a little lever underneath and it raises that bar, and then a little bar drops down and holds that in the up position while the door's open.
So if somebody were to try to bust into one of your ATMs, how would they open the door to get that lock position in the up position?
They use pry bars, they use crowbars, stuff like that. If they have time, they can drill a lock.
And based upon what you saw in the pictures on exhibit number 2, how was this machine opened?
The lock was pushed or punched, was drilled out, pushed out of the way, and they used a piece of wire or something to go in and lift the mechanism.
This machine was not opened because of any fire, correct?
This was not opened after the fire.
This is a bombshell. According to the plaintiff, the ATM wasn't damaged by fire, it was cracked open before the blaze. That flips the entire case. If true, we're talking theft, not just accidental loss. The courtroom tension just hit a new high.
Open prior to the fire. There's no way if you drove on top of it that it would look like that. It's not possible.
I'm going to ask you to turn to exhibit number 6, please.
Yep.
Describe to Your Honor what exhibit number 6 is.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking to her. I apologize.
Could you please describe what exhibit 6
Number
is?
6 is what I look at from my computer, and this tells me the amount of cash that's left in the machine.
So, how much cash was in the machine at the time of the fire?
$48.40.
$4,840.
Yep. Yes. Sorry.
Does this report also indicate what time that, well, strike that. Is your ATM business regulated by federal authorities?
It's extremely regulated by federal authorities.
And so are these machines connected to some outside source?
They're connected through the internet to the feds.
Okay. And so they can tell when the machine is in service and when the machine is not in service. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. It's also monitored by CDS, which is who I process through. That's where these reports are generated from, is through CDS.
What is CDS? Just an outside monitoring?
Cardtronics, basically. It's a different name for Cardtronics that they changed over to.
And so on this report that you ran, it tells us what the last contact was that outside folks had with this machine.
That's correct.
And what is the time?
It's 10:27 p.m. on July 27th.
So the last contact that anybody knew that this machine was in operation was about 4 hours prior to the fire.
Yes.
And after that, it was taken out of service by somebody.
Yes, it was.
Turn to exhibit 7, please. What is exhibit number 7?
It's a daily terminal transaction summary. This tells me what went on through the day, how many transactions happened, and it tells me what was taken out of the machine that day.
Is this a report that you can run from your office?
This is a report that I generate from my computer in my office, yes.
So if we turn to page 2 of exhibit number 7, it confirms that after Sunday, July 28th, there was no transactions run through.
That's correct.
Now, if you see the last entry for any money being dispensed, it shows Sunday, July 28th. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Why is that?
Because they download to the feds what happened. The feds push the money through after the day. So after midnight, they do the ACH push to my account.
So this would have reflected what the transactions were for the day prior, pushed through on the 28th.
That's correct. That's the electronic push.
Could you please turn to exhibit number 8, please? And describe what exhibit 8 is, please.
Exhibit 8 is what a replacement cost for an ATM is.
Okay. And according to the contract, what you had placed at the What the Heck bar was an Argo 7. Is this replacement cost on exhibit number 8 the same machine?
It has to be a different machine because they no longer make an Argo 7. They switched over to an Argo 15, which is a comparable machine.
Okay. And for you to replace the machine that was lost in the fire, this is the cost that you would pay to Triton. Is that correct?
This is what I would pay to Triton.
Is
Yes.
that where you buy your ATMs from?
Yes,
Cost appears to be $3,599. Is that correct?
that's correct.
In addition, do you have to pay other fees as well?
Yeah, I have to receive the ATM at a company that receives them for a cost of $75. And then I also have to have them programmed and stuff.
And do you have something called a line conditioner that you have to put in the machine?
I put a line conditioner in because the powers fluctuate up here so much. So yeah, and the cost of that is $119, I think it was on Amazon yesterday when I looked.
And then what are the programming and installation costs for the machine?
$500.
So the replacement cost for this machine to you then would consist of this $3,599 together with the receiving fee of $75, the line conditioner of $119, and the programming and installation of $500.
That's correct.
And that total amount, if I'm doing my math correctly,
Now it's time for numbers cold hard numbers. Between the machine, installation, programming, and surge protection, we're looking at over $4,000 in replacement costs alone. That's not even counting the missing cash. And trust me, courts love itemized breakdowns like this.
is a replacement cost to you of $4,293.
That's correct.
And it goes without saying that the machine that was at the What the Heck bar is inoperable and destroyed. Is that correct?
That's correct.
What was the $119 for?
It's a line conditioner. And maybe explain that a little bit better what that is.
So the power up here fluctuates quite constantly. We have power surges and spikes, especially inside of a bar with all the coolers and apparatus that are running up there. So you put a line conditioner and it keeps it from having brownouts. It's a computer and it's also a mechanical thing. So brownouts really affect the transfer of power between the cassette dispenser computer that's actually making the transaction. So if you don't have a line conditioner in there, you'll have a lot of failed transactions because it's how the feds look at this is the amount of time that it takes for everything to happen. So it's a very controlled transaction.
In this particular machine that was at the What the Heck bar, did that have a line conditioner in it?
Yes, it did. It's a surge protection also.
Okay, and so the costs that you've just described to the court for the replacement cost, those reflect the type of machine that was in the What the Heck bar.
Yes,
And to replace that machine, that's your cost.
that's my cost.
Are you asking the court for judgment against Mr. Suusi for the replacement cost of the machine?
Yes,
And are you also asking that the court order that he pay you damages for the cash that you believe was stolen from the machine?
that's correct.
And the cash in the machine is reflected on the exhibit to be that $4,840. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Total damages, Mr. Hetchler, then, is according to my math, that it's cost you is $9,133. Is that correct?
That's correct.
I'd offer exhibits 1 through 8, Your Honor.
Okay, we've heard the story, seen the exhibits, and now all eyes are on Joe. He's about to present his side of the case, and without a lawyer, it's all on him. Is he ready to take the stand, or will the pressure crack him wide? Open.
All right, Mr. Suusi, do you have any objections?
No.
They are received.
No other questions?
All right, Mr. Suusi, this is your opportunity right now only to ask Mr. Hetchler questions, okay?
Yes.
Only to ask him questions. You'll get an opportunity to testify after, but this is only your opportunity to ask questions.
Yes. Exhibit A. It looks like there's wires here, the bare wires though.
Exhibit A on the,
Exhibit 2A,
yes.
are those bare wires then?
Some are bare, but there's a lot of insulation inside there.
Yeah, but those are bare wires.
Is that a question?
Are those bare wires?
No, they're not all bare wires.
Oh, in A here, they look like bare wires. Are they bare wires?
Hey, those are bare wires, yes.
Okay. And exhibit B, there looks like there's burnt wires in there also.
Are we talking about 2B? Exhibit
Yes,
2B?
Yes.
All right.
Can I explain how an ATM is built?
No, he's simply
Okay.
asking you
Are
questions.
those, Excuse me. Are those bare wires also?
No, they're not all bare. There's insulation on those wires too.
On 2B,
Yes,
there's wires on 2B or,
down at the very bottom. It's a little bit blurry, but if you go to 2C, it shows that there's insulation on the wires in there.
yes, I see now. It kind of just looks like grass or something.
Right.
In that picture. In C, it looks much clearer.
Yes,
And in
same in D.
I,
You look at
bare
E,
wires also?
I, those are bare wires.
Okay.
Those look like those originate from outside of the ATM from the top.
Okay, no further questions then.
On anything? On anything with, because this is your only opportunity to ask him questions with anything that he's testified to that's been asked by his counsel.
No, that's it then.
All right. Any redirect, Mr. Lundin?
No, yeah.
All right, you may step down. Thank you.
Okay.
Mr. Lundin, do you have any other witnesses? Okay. Mr. Suusi, I am now going to turn it over to you. This is your opportunity to present your side of the case. You can testify. You can call witnesses to testify on your behalf as well if you believe that they have information that will help your case. Are you going to be testifying here today?
Yes.
All right. Mr. Lundin, just for Mr. Suusi, do you have an objection if he stays at that table?
I do not, Your Honor.
All right. So you can stay seated right there, Mr. Suusi. You are not represented by an attorney. So that means you can provide your testimony to me in more of a narrative. That means like a story. Mr. Lundin will be able to ask you questions. During your story, Mr. Lundin can also object if he thinks you're providing information or things that are not able to be provided to the court within the rules of evidence. And then after you provide your testimony, then you can call other witnesses, all right? All right, you may begin.
Okay, Sunday, July 28th, approximately 2 o'clock in the morning, there was a fire at Wetback Bar. The fire department came in and basically it was total loss. They brought in an excavator Sunday morning, approximately around 6 o'clock, to extinguish any hot spots.